What's good, everybody? It's your boy Keith Logan, and welcome to the Wholesome Men podcast. This is our very first video podcast. If you listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or anything like that, make sure you finish listening there first, and then go back to YouTube and check us out on YouTube as well. And go ahead and check us out. But go ahead and follow me at KLogan_70 on all social media platforms. Today I got my guys, of course. We got Mitch joining us remotely. What's good with you, Mitch?
Yeah, I'm over here in Iraq, but follow me at Coach Mitchell1914 on Instagram.
And also I got my guy JLP.
You already know what it is. It's your favorite podcast member, JLP. Y'all go ahead and give me a follow on IG at JLP_63. Let's get it.
And of course I got Dr. B.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Dr. B, aka Raspy B, because I got the raspy voice. I'm introducing that new name. You can follow me at PettyNextDoor_4 on all social media.
And also we got a very special guest with us. We are at Heisman Performance Gym right now. I have with me Chad Mathis. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Chad Mathis, aka Rodney's trainer, Dr. B's trainer. Yeah, I've been training here. We're here at my facility. So happy to be on the podcast, man.
For sure. Oh. And I just want to say, just because it's our first video, I really don't give a fuck about views or nothing right now. So long we providing good content, and the people that listen, I don't really care, really. So long as good content and we can come away just learning something and be better men at the end of the day, I think that's all that matters. So let's go ahead and get into the topics.
Hey, real quickly though, Chad, what's your social media real quick?
You can follow me on Instagram, C_MathisFit, and that's really all I use. And my website is www.trainwithmathis.com.
For sure.
Hey, hold on. Hey, fellas, don't let your girl follow that nigga. You got his shirt off.
You wild.
Girl, follow him.
For those that's listening, he got his shirt on. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and start right here. So I know this is a dumb question, but why should men get in shape? Like, the only reason why I asked that, I know it's the obvious reason is we want to stay healthy. Because I think I'm going to throw Mitch under the bus already. He said he can already feel like he can pull women without being the buffest nigga in the room.
But my question is, are you pulling them, like, are they into you obviously for other reasons than as far as like financial and things like that? Because it depends on
I was
like,
gonna get to
the
that
type
too.
of female. Yeah. Because if you're pulling them without being the buffest dude in the room, then they might be after you for financial reasons.
Fast food 6 days a week.
Maybe she
That's
just,
a quote.
Maybe she just like Mitch for Mitch.
Your name.
I'm broke though, so they ain't.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, why do you feel that way though?
Why do you feel what way?
Coach Mitchell. Like
Why do I feel that way?
yeah.
I mean, like shit. I think I got a little game. I think Mitch too smooth.
I think
I feel like game is pointless. I feel like game really don't matter when it comes to women. I feel like, I'm gonna be real. I really don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, not at all. I feel like if she want to get with you, then she gonna get with you regardless of what you say. I mean, unless you say some like dumb shit. But
I think part of it is like the confidence. You gonna have confidence. I was just saying, like,
bigger
dudes to me, like, it's bigger dudes that can probably get women. But as far as I feel like dudes mostly kind of use excuse to get into shape because to attract more women and stuff like that as well. It's not necessarily for the right reasons. So that's why I was asking you, Mitch, like, why do you feel that way? You don't have to get in shape. As far as, not saying you don't want to get in shape, but you've been saying that quote, I eat fast food. I'm putting you under the bus on this podcast. I eat fast food 6 days a week. I don't feel like it.
No, let's say it right. I done ate fast food for the last 4 to 6 years every day and still fucking the same bitches that the buff niggas is fucking.
Oh, what? That's what he said?
That's what he said. That's what he said.
Yes.
Now explain that one.
Honestly though, I be mad like when we go to Vegas and shit. Niggas be having their shirts
off.
Oh,
okay. So we getting somewhere.
I be wanting to do that. And next year I'm gonna do that though. I said this last year.
I think your confidence plays a big role.
Yeah,
it plays. If you with Mitch, for sure.
I think so. As someone who don't currently have a motivation to pull women because of body, because I don't need to. It is a confidence booster, right? So like I'm much older than everybody, and the guys that I hang out with look much younger. So it is kind of a confidence booster that I can still hold my own and look good. So that's why I started lifting out. I'm gonna throw Cortland,
Shout out
out there doing all these sit-ups and looking buff, and I'm like, dang, I can't take my shirt off.
He only started getting in shape because somebody made fun of him too.
Well, and then like, our group, we are notorious for shading for. I mean, we shade for accolades. So let alone if you
Oh, you feel some type of way. Hold on, go ahead.
It's coming from the heart.
Belly fat.
Oh.
And so I decided to work out and seeing some improvements, and it's a big confidence, not only like just physically but mentally, like you feel better about yourself and you're eating right. So, I mean, that's what I do. And even though I've gotten more compliments from women that I would have never thought gave me compliments, it's not my motivation. But I can see why guys would really get in physical shape, because then that would like bring more of a compliment and opportunities, because that's what guys need, right? They need that opportunity. Oh, you think I look good? Bet, let me slide,
So there's two reasons.
But I feel like at the end of the day, you should want to do it for you.
Absolutely.
Because if you only work out for other people's validation, you're just gonna end up getting disappointed and getting your feelings hurt, and then you're just gonna go right back to where you were.
It's not gonna last very long.
Yeah.
If you're working out for other people, you're not gonna do it for very long.
Like you might get the compliments, but at the end of the day, like people just gonna get used to it, and you're just the same. So you gotta do that stuff for you. If you only work out for girls, I mean, I guess that's cool, but if you weren't getting girls before, I feel like you're not gonna get good girls later.
You either got it or you don't.
It's either you got it or you don't. So
It's gonna be a buff lame nigga.
exactly, and we know a lot of those too.
And that's like the main reason why I was bringing this up too, since we got Chad on. Like, what are some reasons why, I know besides the obvious ones, why as men, especially since it's a Wholesome Men podcast, why should we be healthy?
I mean, obviously, so say you are pulling girls, you want to be healthy, so you're not only pulling them, but you are
sex drive,
satisfying them. Yeah, sex drive and things like that. Because
we can talk about sex.
You're like if you're in here working out on your cardiovascular health and all of that stuff is on point, your nutrition is on point, you're getting enough sleep, then you're going to be able to keep up with them. If that makes sense.
Hey, I just learned something new. We learning on the Wholesome Men podcast today.
But I feel like it's, my bad. Cut you off.
I was going to say, if your heart is healthy, then you're going to be healthy in the bedroom and stuff like that too. So.
That's big facts.
Motivation.
Well, and doesn't that help with your, not only your metabolism, but your libido drive or whatever?
Yes.
Because I've been working out and I've been like, I know that like I'm older, I'm in the 40s, right? So I don't know when the age goes down for men's sex drive, but I feel like mine has gone up since I've been working out consistently. So
yeah,
TMI. Look at that.
He was getting scared. That age is coming.
But I think the hard part, cause I know some people come from like a athlete's background. Some people may not have been like athletes at the end of the day coming out of high school. So what's the easiest way to like motivate somebody that's maybe not the athletic type? Like, I don't know.
I was gonna say for a lot of people, if they have kids, I'll pull the kid card and just be like, you want to be around for your kids, right? Or you want to be able to
shaming
down
them.
for your kids, right? Or your
No, it is
grandkids,
what it is, though.
Things like that.
For sure.
And then a lot of people they'll do like vacations and things like that. That motivate.
That's one of the main things that pretty much motivate them. So like once you get them here, like typically, let's say for a person that's not athletic and coming here maybe to gym for the first time, like what's some because we just still trying to educate the audience, like what's some ways to first start out somebody that's new to the gym or come to Kaizen Fitness, and just what would be the first plan you starting with?
Like at our gym here, we have a whiteboard where we have workouts that we draw up every week, and so a new person not knowing how to work out and do things, they could sign up as a member here and come in and do some of the sample workouts we have written until they get comfortable. And then the benefit of our small community here at the gym is that I'm basically always here, and my business partner Garrison is always here. So it's like if you come in and you don't know how to do an exercise or perform a movement, you can ask me. Like there's a lot of times I'm not training Dr. B, and he'll come up and say, hey, what's a good move for my back? And then I'll just pop off a couple things and he can go do those. Yeah. But I would definitely just start slow, low impact, body weight, things like that, cardio.
I feel you on that. I think that's probably like one of the toughest things to like. For me personally, I know that's like toughest things to just start getting started like consistently. Cause like I'll say over the past like year and a half, me personally, I lost like 60 pounds and I'm still going. I'm still a big ass nigga, but I'm still trying to figure it out too. But also like I kind of had I played football in high school, so it's like kind of different. I can kind of get in that mentality.
Yeah,
like I know college like fuck us up bad. Like bro, like you go to the calf freshman year,
calf.
like
Freshman
you got
30.
access. Huh?
Said the freshman 30. They say 15.
Freshman, no, this shit is.
Yeah, I was
that's
definitely
fact,
freshman
facts.
24 or something like that. It was bad. Yeah, he said, "Dang."
I played sports, so I was okay. Like I was lucky, but I took a semester off and from sports, and I felt weird. Like
You just like you have to
I was
stay
working out
active.
twice a day because I didn't know what to do. It was like an identity crisis because I didn't have any structure. So
How
that's
is
what
it
made
like
me
that
burn out.
transition of like from being an athlete to like damn, I don't got sports no more.
Yeah.
Like
It was definitely like a new world. It was kind of confusing because I had everyone programming things for me, so that's when I had to reach out and find sources. And I mean,
do it yourself.
yeah. And this time in age, just use YouTube, man. Find someone that's really credible. And if you don't have the money to pay for a trainer and things like that, go to YouTube. Everything's there.
Facts.
So when it comes to fitness, I mean, it's a lot more to it than just working out, right?
Yeah.
So like, how did you get into? Did you have to like read a lot of different stuff and how to like? Cause like I've noticed when I work out, there comes a certain point when you start to plateau,
Yeah.
and then that's when technique and all that stuff starts to play. How did you learn how to go into that type of stuff?
And so that's what I did was I went to YouTube. I found this bodybuilder chick named Danielle Bailey, and for the first year, I just basically did everything she did. And then once I started to hit a plateau, like you said, I found another guy named the Online Coach, and he broke it down even further from like the nutrition standpoint for me. And so that's how I learned how to track macros and things like that. And the form and the technique and all that, I learned from him, and I just kept getting better every day. And the more you get better with your technique, the higher your weights will go up and things like that. So working on your technique is always a good way to break through any plateau.
I feel you on that, and especially since we was talking about ladies and stuff like that, why the reason we're getting in shape. I know this kind of switching gears because this is something we was talking about like in a group chat. And I kind of made it up like the 80-20 rule for women. So yeah, Chad, I hope you cool I appreciate all the information, but I hope you cool with staying for this conversation too. We definitely, just a family podcast, so I want your opinion on this because we asked a couple women. We did like a whole experiment on this shit.
Man.
So
This is
for the
funny.
audience, we did an 80-20, well no, the theory is the 80-20 rule for women. So pretty much we saying 80% of what you say,
You
Mitch?
should let Mitch explain it, right?
Ain't no theory. That shit for real.
Oh yeah, Mitch, go
Mitch-
ahead,
Mitch,
go ahead and say this.
Tell
shit,
them what
Mitch.
it means, bro.
80-20. 80% of women get married but for financial reasons. 20% get married for love.
So only 20% of women actually get married for love.
Hell yeah.
The other 80% is only in it for the money.
Is it facts or fiction?
Ooh.
Fact.
That's facts.
I say big facts because
Wait, they took it. See, you gave this man Mitch a whole nother. Okay.
because he's saying money, I would say more of a word like security, financial
Yeah.
security. So
There
maybe
you
not
go.
strictly money, but to be PC, I would say financial security.
So I think here's my analysis on it. Right. So I think that everyone wants, in some ways, financial security. Right. Like I think the ability to sustain one's of a life is important. So, but when you know, without naming any environments and situations, and you put it in the frame of do women only want to marry for money or only for love, then that changes it up a little bit. Like, right, I don't think any woman wants to be with a guy, say, I want to love you and you just be at the same job for 30 years. No, I understand that. I don't think that's an 80-20. But if you frame the question the way you framed it, would women rather marry for money versus love? I think most of them, if they know that they're gonna marry someone that's gonna treat them right, I think they would opt for someone who's ambitious, I don't think they would marry just solely for money. I think that they just
They gotta
wanna
look at
know.
other things. That's what I'm saying. It seems shallow.
I don't know, because I feel like I know a lot of women that are married to dudes that ain't worth anything. honestly. So I feel like 80-20 is a little steep.
Yeah, I think that 80. That's the
80-20 is a little steep.
80-20.
Yes, bro.
Because you gotta think about the amount of people you know, Mitch, that are married to a man and they not worth a fuck. It's a lot of.
But like I
them.
said too, it depends on geographic location. For example, it ain't that many people in Oklahoma bussing $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 a year. I mean, just because of just because it's Oklahoma. I mean,
The cost of living is lower.
Yeah, it's so low, so you can get away with lower income.
Yeah. So you might have some women that's like, okay, I really like this dude, and that's not even a thought in their head. But you move to bigger cities, your Dallas, your Houston's, your
like even LA. I feel like maybe
you know
more
places
women
like that.
are more
Women ain't
superficial.
women ain't.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying? Because at that point, it's a business thing. Okay, can I buy a house with this dude? Can I buy property with this dude? If we had kids, can we raise our kids and send our kids to school with this guy?
So the 80-20 rule only applies in certain geographical regions, is what you're saying. So the 80-20 rule don't apply in Oklahoma. It applies in Dallas, LA, New York. It only applies in those areas. Is that what you're saying? So
No,
it's not
I'm saying,
consistent?
I would say bigger cities with bigger populations and higher cost of living.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that.
No, I think it's about who you attract at the end of the day. Like, I feel like if you attracting a certain demographic, like say if you attract the girls that you saw at the club and you in a section with, you might come across some girls that's after your flashy ways. That's what I'm saying. Like, and we did this experiment where like, I don't know, like the whole experiment was inconclusive anyway. So we sent the text, the same theory that we had to a bunch of women. You could tell from the dudes, the women that they attract, that what they gonna say before you even get the answer. It's about the women that we attract. It's not about like the demographics or just women after money or superficial. It's about the girls that you be attracting.
Probably how you.
It has nothing to do with that.
Bro, did you not just hear what I said?
I feel like the women you attract doesn't really stay on a consistent basis either, though. Like, I can't tell you every girl that I've messed with was the same type of girl. I wouldn't say that.
I think
They have similar characters. I wouldn't say every person is the same, of course, but they might have similar traits.
But I think what Keith is getting at is, so for instance, I'm not saying this is the case, but if Mitch attracts a certain type of girl, then the certain type of girl that he attracts is in the 80-20. Most of the girls that Mitch would attract want money because that's the environment and the arena that you're around. At least that's what I'm kind of hearing, right? Because if you, for instance, so I work in education, right? Ain't no money in education. Like you in education because you're passionate about helping people. So naturally, the women that work in education probably have a more characteristics of money is good, but it's not everything. I want to genuinely help people. So you're gonna meet people, guys, or same sex, of people that want to meet, similar people in that arena. Versus where if you're like in the arena of models, bottle girls, sections, people.
But that's false. That's false because I asked 6 teachers because I'm in education
That
as
don't
well,
matter,
and they
bro.
said the
But
same
you in
thing.
Dallas. But you in Dallas though. So then there's the. Like,
There's not.
So
Y'all still
it
talking
goes-
about demographics.
it goes back to the demographic
It's the
thing.
type of teachers that you can be a lawyer, teacher, whatever. They can be kind of similar traits.
What? No.
They can have similar traits, bro. Just don't. Their occupation don't mean they just not superficial. Sometimes they're superficial lawyers. They after money too.
I see. That's what
Occupation
I
don't
think
matter.
the narrative to think that women are superficial and only want money is hella problematic.
So basically, what I'm getting from y'all is the fine women marry for money. That's what y'all getting at.
Oh, you trying to make?
I
You
mean,
trying to
if you
flip
look-
it on the? Hold
name
on,
a-
this nigga
hold
trying to
on,
flip.
hold on,
Nah,
hold
he
on,
trying
hold
to.
on.
Nah, that's not what he.
That's basically what
that
you're
is
saying.
That's what
that
you
is
said,
basically
nigga.
what y'all saying. But I mean, it is true. Like people say, money make you handsome. Money make you handsome. So if you got a lot of money, you automatically attracting women that you would never attract
That's a
had
certain
you
type
been
of
broke.
women. Some women don't care
Okay,
about that.
I can't name one rich dude that got an ugly wife. He might have started with an ugly one, but then he got
That's a
rich. He
certain
bounced
type
up
of
with
women.
another.
And
Some-
that money can bring confidence too. So that's another.
Yeah.
I say that's true too.
I mean, name a girl that's gonna say no. Hey, you want to get on our yacht? with millions of dollars on the yacht.
See,
Someone gonna say no to
Girls
that?
are not
This is
attracted.
where I'm struggling at. Like,
Cause you know women gonna say, "No, I'm cool on it." You know, some women that's like,
There are
"I'm not
certain
impressed,
women.
impressed by it."
Okay, so
I'm
it
saying
depends
that
on who you
certain.
attract. Okay. Okay.
Do y'all hear? Damn.
I see what you did there. I kind of, but it can go both ways though.
Stop saying that shit. I told you.
I think I'm gonna keep saying
Yeah,
it, but
like
it's how I feel. It can go both ways.
I think if we're here's what I'm saying. If we're painting the narrative that women, when we say women want men for money, then I'm not saying there aren't women that want men for money. I just don't think that number is high as we think it is. I think it's certainly women out there that will like, I don't care about anybody, I don't care about niggas, I'm trying to get this paper. But I think that number, in the way that men think, I think we think that number is much more higher than what it actually is. And I'm saying it's not. I think there are a lot more women that if they had the decision that they knew that their well-being, like anybody would be taken care of, they would marry for love. And that would be much more higher than what we're painting the picture that women just want men for money. That's all I'm saying.
So you saying?
So who was that put the text message in there that in today's time, love is a broke man's money? Y'all don't agree with that?
Say that again.
Or somebody put the message, the screenshot in our group chat, and the chick replied, she's like, yeah, I agree with the 80-20 because in 2019, love is the broke man's money.
Oh, you talking about what's?
Well, that might have been.
Dang.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing that.
I feel like she's super special.
I feel like we really
That's
toxic
that's a
as
fancy.
we really
yeah, that was toxic as fuck.
Society, bro. That's
That was
toxic.
She just put it in a fancy way to make it sound
Love,
good.
love
Yeah,
is a
Shit.
broke man's money.
It may, regardless if it's toxic or not, or morally or ethically right, it's reality, which is why it's 80-20.
True,
It's today's reality.
but it's sad. That shit's sad.
Why they gotta be? Like today's reality. Like, I don't, like
It is today's reality, bro.
that's dumb.
Social media is harder than it's ever been right now. Think about a time when people
it's
would
like
compare
it's social
themselves to
media's
everyone
fault?
on social
It's
media.
make
It never
social media
existed.
Everything.
I believe that
Yeah.
social media has changed like
You
the
give
way
people
everybody view things. Like everybody has to be baller, even if the niggas are broke. Like you know people that's on social media in person that may have 50, 40, 30K followers and they not
Bro,
doing
there's
shit.
celebrities out here with 500K and they're lame. Like,
lame.
it's just social media, man.
I mean, so
The 80-20 rule. 80-20 rule. It only matters in certain regions.
Yep.
I think it's inconclusive, but
In Oklahoma,
yeah.
in Oklahoma, you could get away with pulling a bad chick making 35, 40 a year.
I wish we had a chick.
I don't know.
That
So
was-
if you go down to like the
You
Brick
could.
Town
In
I feel like the
Oklahoma,
chick would disagree with that.
I promise you, you could pull a lot of bad women in Oklahoma making 40, 45 a year. But those same women, if they lived in a different city, they ain't fucking with a nigga that make that.
I don't know. Chad did kind of disagree. What was you saying, Chad?
I mean, there's just certain areas of Oklahoma. I think that if you go to, I think either way, like down in Brick Town.
Demographics don't matter. It's who you attract.
I don't think Edmond girls settling for
Yeah, definitely not Edmond.
for broke dudes.
Nah.
I mean, that may be true.
But if you
Oh
approach
my
them
god. See?
All right.
with the right, what's the word? Bravado? Maybe confidence.
Yeah.
Point is, if you got a mouthpiece, it don't matter.
Not even a mouthpiece. If you got confidence, it's just confidence.
Yeah.
But no,
We ain't talking about
You got it.
We ain't talking about a one night stand or pulling them just to do your thing. We talking about a
Look,
lifetime.
he talking about
She
marriage.
ain't dealing with your ass for the rest of her life. She might let you hit, but she ain't fucking with you.
True.
Hey,
True.
That's a good point.
in all your points, Mitch, I do say there's some truth in that, bro. So I'll say that. But back to the social media thing. So this is kind of switching gears slow. Like former President Barack Obama stated pretty much he feel like young people these days are more judgmental about politics or whatever. Pretty much like if it's a post, he says that they will be just as judgmental as possible and really have no motive to like participate or organize in real life. So I was wondering, like, do you think like social media really corrupt corrupted us to actually make change in society today?
I feel like it's played a part. It plays a part, but at what point are we just gonna stop posting about it and actually doing it? That's what I think.
That's what I think all the time.
It's like,
We post, do all this. Celebrities do the same thing. Nothing changes.
But nothing's really happening. You're just posting it and then keeping it pushing, doing the same thing. So you're really not making a change. You just want people to think that you're making a change. Nobody's actually doing it.
yeah, Dr. B, I know you kind of an expert on this. I want your
Yeah, so
analysis
I
on
have
this.
a little bit different take on it. So I think that when it comes to activism, right, or any type of ways of movement, that it's always been the few who has done the work, right? The difference is social media has magnified it, but I also think social media has raised consciousness that didn't happen in the 60s and 70s, right? If you think about TV and kind of that movement, yes, it was broadcasted and movements started happening way more. I think it just remorphs itself. I don't think that social media has made it much worse, but I also don't think that it didn't get good. I think that for the time of the 60s and 70s, it did what it could. There was once there was an advancement, there was a backlash, and then we got to the 80s. We see that there was a crack epidemic, particularly in brown communities. Then we also see in the 90s with rap and hip hop, we saw an advancement. Then there was a backlash. Then we get to the 2000s with technology and social media. We see an advancement, Black Lives Matters, and now we're in a backlash. So it just repeats
So it's like
itself.
historical.
And I think that we just gotta, find another way to get information out and get people to raise consciousness. But I don't think that is, in my opinion, like, love Barack Obama, but I don't think that is any different from when people were saying that his generation did A, B, and C. It just goes with the times. We just got to figure out how to get past the social media phase.
I think I get his point. Like, his point was, like, social media is kind of a platform that's all talk, but I get the other end of it is that, like, social media can be a powerful tool. Like, everybody can know what's going on in an instant, like, right then and there. And I think
Yeah,
that's
much
the
quicker.
advancement part that you're talking about. But I think also it makes people lazy at the same time.
True.
So, like, I want to whistle way, like, we can combat that. I don't know. Like, at the end of the day.
There's a lot of things we could do, but I think we got to be careful in saying, like, oh, social media is making everyone lazy. No, people they were lazy in the 60s, in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s. So what we got to do is we got to start holding each other accountable. So these social justice warriors, and that's where I try to do my work. If you gonna go and put it on social media and talk about with these people that you're fighting with, what are you actually doing locally? Like, it doesn't, nationally, we can try to fight these battles, but the work is always done with grassroots. So what are you doing in your community? So the way you can combat some of this laziness is by locally asking, what are you doing where you live?
Also, do people actually even care about what's going on? Or is it because people only post it because it's the popular thing to do?
And I think it's
So if you're
both
scrolling on IG and you're checking everybody's stories and you see somebody saying, raise money for so-and-so, raise money for this, or pray for so-and-so, and you see it on multiple
People use
accounts,
it like a fad.
I feel like a lot of times people just post it because that's what everybody else is doing, but they don't really care.
So the hit,
Like, I feel like when 9/11, I feel like people really only post the Twin Towers because it's like a trend rather than actually caring about what actually happened.
That's fucked up.
It's not. It's a fucked up society. Like,
I would say to hit on what Dr. B and what Justin said. To hit on what Justin said, I don't think people really care. It's fat. It's just whatever.
Yeah.
And then what Dr. B said, you got to go locally to your councilman, your city halls, and do all that.
Gotta put in a word.
With social media and all this stuff now, like nowadays with technology, everything is get fast, get rich, quick. niggas know, okay, if I go to my councilman and I lobby in my city and do all that, it's a process to get national, for it to be national, but niggas ain't got the patience for that because everything is so quick nowadays.
We want it now.
If it ain't gonna happen now, all right,
Yes,
move on
I'm
to the
cool.
next thing. Like,
Exactly.
I'm cool on, all right, whatever.
But social media also makes it seem like things just happen like now. So that's how people get the motivation. So like, let's say somebody on social media pops out with a 6-pack. Like, oh, I want a 6-pack and work out for a week. Oh man, I don't see the results, and then they back off of it, just like that. So I feel like people lose reality through social media.
Another big thing that like popped up was like cancel culture in itself. Like I know Kanye had a interview recently with Big Boy talking about like he was canceled before cancel culture even existed. So like, is it really effective? Like that's why I think another reason Barack Obama said that too. So
cancel culture is real, and I hate that we have it. I think there are instances where now, just not to be confused, there are some things we absolutely need to cancel, like R. Kelly, cancel. Yeah. You know, but I think there's no.
Some people still root for him.
But like Kanye, like I kind of go back and forth. There's some things that I agree in. Some things I definitely don't agree, but I don't want to cancel him because I feel like Kanye is showing that he's human, and I can live with that. But I may disagree, and I think we got to figure out as a society, how do we live amongst each other where we don't actually have the same values, but I'm still respect you.
I don't like cancel culture because it's always people who haven't done anything yet that want to cancel other people.
Exactly, shit.
Just because they agree with what Kanye's saying right now or someone else, they're quick to cancel him, but you haven't done anything yet. So.
That nigga met with Trump. Until you meet with Trump, nigga, you can't cancel nobody.
Yeah.
Wow. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Like if I meet with Trump to discuss whatever I discuss, like nigga, don't cancel. Like, can you meet with him? No, so shut up, nigga. Don't cancel.
Most people don't like Trump because it's the popular thing to not like Trump. Now I'm not saying love Trump because that's not what I'm saying at all. But I feel like most people cancel because everybody else is canceling. So when I get on social media and people say President Trump's an idiot, I hate Donald Trump, he's a racist, yada yada yada, people are gonna feel like it's not gonna be okay to like him, so they just gonna go off of what everybody else is saying rather than having their own opinion.
All right, so we're going to cut it right here. That's it for another episode of the Wholesome Men Podcast. Be sure to follow us at Wholesome Men Podcast __ on IG and on Twitter. Go ahead and follow us at Wholesome Men. And be sure to follow me at KLogan _70 on all social media platforms. Go ahead and sign us out, Mitch.
You can follow me at Coach Mitchell 1914 on Instagram and Tasha boyfriend Q Shot Ghost too.
Wow, that's crazy,
bro.
Man,
that's crazy. All right, on that note, I'm gonna just go ahead and keep pushing because he just messing up for a lot of people. But anyways, JLP, go ahead and follow me on IG, JLP _63. Let's get it.
He didn't do it. That's cap. That ain't even come out yet.
All right, it's your boy Dr. B. Again, introducing my new name, Raspy B.
They ain't gonna stick.
Nobody's calling.
They ain't gonna stick.
Right.
Nobody's gonna call you.
Relax. Follow me at Petty Next Door _4. And the People's Doctor.
Yes, sir. And Chad, go ahead and sign us out.
Once again, it's Chad Mathis, personal trainer. Instagram is C_MathisFit. AKA, I'm gonna take this from Mitch. AKA, don't let your girl follow me. Yeah.
Perfect.
We need that energy. We need that energy.
We need all that energy.
Love that.
All right. Y'all be blessed.
Hey, listen, if y'all want
Oh, shit.
Yo, my boy's got an online training.
Oh, yeah.
As well as you can come into the gym. You can look on my Instagram. You can see I got some gains. So check it out. My trainers really got me on. So I hope y'all check it out.
Anybody that can make this man look better is the real deal. Check him out for sure. Check him out.
Got that nigga in spandex on Instagram.
All right, y'all. There's been another episode. Y'all be blessed. Peace.